I'm so sorry. Posso falar português. So I really want to thank you. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be part of the event, representing also the Brazilian Association for Distance Learning. I'm just going to share a little bit with you. I only have 10 minutes to share some information that completes what the two previous speakers have been talking about, just so you can have access to this information. I'll show you where to find it. There's a lot of data.
The one in the middle?
No, go ahead. No. Just go forward. Go back. One way.
Oh, one back.
Good. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, let's see if it works.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay. I just want to show you the link, that's why. I don't know how many of you have heard of the Horizon report. They have several sectors in higher education and K-12 where I work as well. It's composed of an international, it's the New Media Consortium that organizes it, and it's composed of 42 specialists from around the world. We work through a wiki, which is an online document, collaborative document, and we discuss trends, challenges, and technologies that are likely to be affecting education in the different sectors in the horizons from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So this year we just had the higher education one come out. This is just a summary. Oops. Now it's this way. This is just a summary. This graph shows you all the things that are discussed in detail with examples, and they have projects that are being shared in the report. They're all for free, they're all downloadable. You have the PDF in several languages. And basically we have on the left side there, the challenges are classified as solvable. That means that we know what they look like and we probably know the solution for them. The ones that are difficult, that we know what it looks like, but the solution is not as clear. And what they call the wicked challenges, which are those challenges that we don't even know what it really is like, and much less the solution. So the committee came to a conclusion that the solvable challenges are around blending formal and informal learning. So how can we do how can you use what is learned in the university and also in the workplace, for example, or in museums or in other places. And also improving digital literacy. Difficult is the competing models of education. There are a lot of different models coming in. You have heard of MOOCs, the massive online courses, and all the different types of things like badges and different types of challenges. So what will education look like? What will higher education look like? These models are just being started, and like Professor Johnson was just saying, the change is really fast. And also personalizing learning. How can we use the big data? We were talking about data mining. The first speaker was talking about data mining. There's a lot of data there, and how can we use that so that each person can build their own learning path? And we still don't have the best tools for that. There's a lot of things happening, for example, social media, like Facebook and Twitter and so forth. How can we use that so that people can choose their paths of learning? And the wicked challenges are balancing our connected and disconnected lives. I don't know how many of you have felt overwhelmed with all this technology. We try to keep up, those of us who work with educational technology, and we're always behind. The minute you buy a technology, it's already old, because there's something new coming out. And also how to keep education relevant. How can we do a model of education that will give you some information that will give you the training to work in this workplace that we don't know what it will look like. So those are the challenges, the main challenges that the committee came up with. There's a long list, the wiki is still available, and there's a long list that you can look at in more detail. As for trends, the short-term impact, 1 to 2 years, is the growing focus on measuring learning. What are we measuring? What tools can we use for that? And also increasing use of blended learning designs. So the distance learning, but you also have the face-to-face, and there's a lot you can do using the different interfaces. The classroom can be here, it can be beyond these walls. There's technology now for that. In the midterm impact, redesigning the learning spaces, not only the online spaces, the physical spaces. Instead of more lectures all the time, probably we'll have more group work, more collaboration. So what will these spaces look like? Shift to deeper learning approaches. How can we go beyond just looking at a lot of information, but really using it? And long-term impact, advancing cultures of innovation and rethinking how institutions work. So how can we do that? How can we advance and go beyond what we're doing now? And the technologies that help get us there. So for the short-term impact, we have bring your own device. You have cell phones, smartphones, you have tablets, so more and more institutions are using this. And learning analytics and adaptive learning, which is a lot of data mining, the big data, is how can we, and it has to do with personalized learning and measuring how we're learning. So how can we give feedback so that you can choose? You have examples such as the Khan Academy. Have you heard of the Khan Academy? In Brazil, they're translating it to Portuguese. And as the students, go through the videos, the system gives them feedback, and they can say, look, you need to learn more this or more that, and they'll go to the video that is attached to that. The midterm, we have augmented and virtual reality, just like was just mentioned. So that's where the online learning is tending towards, and also the maker spaces, which are, it's an interesting trend because it's a technology like 3D printing and digital fabrication. So you're coming back and joining the digital world with the real world. So we're going the other way around now. I build something in the digital world and I print it out in the real world. And the far term, we have effective computing. The emotional side is more and more, the stronger and stronger. Humans need to feel more and more connected. And also the robotics, which was really in line with everything that was said right before. And also so this is the wiki. That's the link for the wiki if you want to write that down. And you have all this information in a lot of detail and explained, because all of the collaboration of the advisory board is still there. It's really accessible. And also, I'm representing the Association for Distance Learning. So that's another source of information. This is the association that puts together all the information, brings international conferences to Brazil for us to discuss what is an excellence, the quality of distance learning, how can we assess this quality. So we have national and international conferences as well. So I leave the invitation here. We're going to have one in October, so you're invited to come. Okay, so this is going to be on the quality. We're discussing how can we improve the quality of distance learning. And there are a lot of people at this association who work with the government and the policies. We have a lot of challenges. I'm sure you know a lot about these challenges in Brazil. They're not different from the challenges faced in other countries. So here's the invitation for you to come. And basically, one of the things you can find on this website is this census, okay? This is the picture is old, but it's a 2000, but we have a recent census. Every year, the census is published of what is the state of the art, or what is happening in distance education in Brazil. So you can have access to that, and you can see it's in English and Portuguese. This is the link. Okay, this is a 2014 one, they're publishing one this year as well. And it'll come in English, and you can have access to all the different courses, the types of courses you can have, what people are offering, what kind of resources, what it looks like. So this is also available for you. And this is also another site that we have there, which is Open Educational Resources. In Brazil, a lot of initiatives have happened that give resources or objects, learning objects that teachers can access and can use in their classroom. So there's a compilation of information and resources also on the website, which would be interesting to look at. This is in Portuguese, but I think they have some things in Spanish as well. So basically that's what I wanted to bring, just to contribute to the, so you can have more resources to look at contributing to what was said